and traffic jams. The population in Hanoi around 8 million inhabitants. 8 million. That's a number on the paper. But the real number could be 9 or 10 million. 9 or 10 million. How come? Because a lot of the million people stay in Hanoi to do some part-time job, like the builder worker or some street vendors. A lot of them from the countryside. After the farming time, like when they finish planting rice, they have a free time, and they don't stay in the hometown. A lot of them going to the big city like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City or some other big city to work to get some extra extra income, working as a builder worker or selling something like the street vendors or something like that. Let's have them some for some extra income. Yeah, and that's make the real population in Hanoi could be much busier than the real number, the number on the paper. Yeah, and the population in Hanoi increased every year. How come? Every year there are thousands of the students coming to study in Hanoi. Almost a college or university located in the big city, and Hanoi is a big city, and thousands of the new students coming to study, and the same year thousands of the students graduate, but very few of them going back. Almost all stay in the big city in Hanoi for job opportunity.
What's not job?
Yeah, for job opportunities.
What's not job?
We have a lot. Industry, we have also heavy industry, some industrial park. Some people that stay in Hanoi after finish study, and they rent the room, and they share the room with maybe some roommates to pay less money because they don't have a property or land property in Hanoi. It happened the same with what I did before. Yeah, and so when we move, if someone finished studying, very few are going back to the hometown, because in the hometown we have a farmland for farming, but the farmland not enough for the whole member in the family or for the whole village to live, to survive. Maybe they can, they only can grow the rice, and rice afford enough for them to eat, and maybe some extra to selling to get some extra income, but not enough to live for the whole life, and cannot be rich. And a lot of people expect for the different, like the better life in the future, in the city. Yeah, and that is the reason why a lot of people try to stay in the big city for job opportunity. In Singapore, we don't have a countryside, right? Very few area as a countryside in Singapore, right? Yeah, so it's hard to understand. It's hard for a lot of especially the young people, understand why people from the countryside in Vietnam moving to the big city. And I want to share with you something about that. Yeah, it happened the same. That's why when you travel further, longer in Vietnam, when you go to some countrysides in Vietnam, you're gonna see a lot of the young people. But I mean the children or the old people. Almost young people in the labor age, they are not in the hometown. They are in the city, almost all in the city.
Is the government of Vietnam building cheap houses for the people?
Yes, we do. The government support a lot for that, but we having the project and the plan. Some of the cheap building like that, the living apartment, were built and are being built. Yeah. But in Vietnam, the corruption, yeah, it happened. A lot of in Vietnam, we have so many politicians. They have money under the table. Money under the table. I don't mention all, but quite a lot. Yeah, I don't mind to talk about that.
So that means you make housing expensive.
Yeah, something like that.
Or you vote for me, then I give you the cheaper housing.
It also something like that.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
when we do to get the big support from the government, we need a lot of paperwork.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we do the paperwork in the government office or somewhere, they try to get some corruption. Yeah. And otherwise, it's a lot of paperwork, very complicated. Yeah. But anyway, I think in Vietnam the land property or something like that it is still cheaper, even much cheaper than in Singapore. Yeah, the same with the income. The average income in Vietnam also lower, much lower than the average income for Singaporean. Yeah, it makes sense. That's why everything, almost everything here in Vietnam is gonna be cheaper. Yeah, cheaper. So everybody can see the traffic, very complicated also. We have around 9 million people living in Hanoi, and we have 4.5 million scooters and about 1.5 million cars. A lot of number. That's a crazy number. Sometimes in the traffic, rush hour, traffic jams, and we can see million of the motorbike and the people with the helmet. Almost all the helmets in Vietnam, in Hanoi, look like the ladybugs. And it's very hard for the tourist first time in Vietnam to cross the road, especially for the foreigner, I mean the westerner, yeah, from Europe or from Australia or America. They are not used to with the Asia traffic. Singaporean also not used to with the traffic in Vietnam. Yeah, Thailand, Indonesian or Malaysian, they are okay with the traffic because they are used to. Yeah, but the Singaporean also very strange. I know that you're feeling also scary when crossing the road, especially. So when doing crossing the road, what we do, we can run. How come? If you run faster than the bus or faster than the scooter, you run. And you can jump like kangaroo. If you can jump like one go from this side of the road to the other sidewalk, that jump. But you're gonna stuck on the electric wire or the data, the cables. And if you cannot jump, if you cannot run, what are you doing? You that's slow walking. Put the hands up, and slowing walking and waving the hand to make attention. In Vietnam, when someone crossing a road, the driver and the traffic not going to stop. But if they see you, they slow down and they try to go around you. So the most important thing when you cross the road, let the driver see you, let the rider see you. Yeah, they don't stop and they go around you. They slow down and go around you. And don't run or don't make any sudden move. You make the driver and the rider feeling confused. And it's better when we cross the road with the big group, bigger attention. Yeah, bigger attention. Sometimes some people are so smart. They are feeling so scared with the traffic, and they wait for the local people cross the road, and they go along with them. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. And sometimes in Vietnam, I think with a couple of days in Vietnam, you've seen some of the Vietnamese lady, huh? You've seen some of Vietnamese lady. They are beautiful, huh? Same to Singaporean ladies. Yeah, are very beautiful also. Yeah. And Vietnamese lady also very beautiful. A lot of them, walking on the pavement or the sidewalk, and summer. In summer it's so hot and very very sticky. They wear the short, even too short. And a lot of riders or driver, they driving the cars and they look at them. They don't look at the people crossing the road. Yeah. And when you put the hands up,